Hi, good evening, my dear students. Good evening. Good evening, Vardhan. Very good evening. Good evening, all my dear students. Join fast. This is foundation course. You must utilize very seriously. The time is too short. This session is about just 45 minutes only. Please come join fast. Inform your friends. Good evening, Vasu. Good evening, Syed. Good evening, Jill. Good evening, Adarsh. Very good evening, all of you. Join fast. Attendance వేసుకోండి first of all. Like చేసి షేర్ చేయండి. Inform to all of your friends. Today's concept is very useful to all BTech students, diploma background students, so even JEE aspirants also. Any student can join. So we have set foundation course like that. You please inform to all of your friends. Very less number of people are attending this session. Inform చేయండి. మీకోసం ఎంత కష్టపడుతుంటే please inform to all of your well-wishers, juniors. Everyone requires definite integrals, functions concept. Any student can join. Good evening. Yes, very good evening. Right. Let us start with my introduction part. Myself, Venkat Krishna. I have qualification of MTech Computer Science from Kharagpur IIT. I cracked GATE examination with All India rank 22. I had more than 15 years of teaching experience, GATE experience. And I have been dealing 3 different subjects across the country. Design and analysis of algorithms, engineering mathematics, and discrete mathematics. Right. Welcome to Unacademy. In Unacademy, there are 2 types of subscriptions. One is a plus subscription. Another one is iconic subscription. Right. What a student gets benefit, or what a student is going to achieve if she or he takes a subscription in Unacademy Plus or Iconic. First of all, let us discuss Unacademy Plus subscription. In case of Unacademy Plus subscription, you will be having 4 facilities. Live classes will be there, test series, structured schedule will be there, unlimited practice will be there. If a student joins or takes subscription in Unacademy Iconic, personal coach will be appointed to you, study planner will be there, you will be having guidelines from experts, and you will be having a lot of questions and answers of engineering service examinations. Okay, so I am telling you many times, Unacademy is the best online platform in India for all competitive examinations. It is recruiting extraordinary faculty members. Okay, extraordinary faculty members. Topmost educators are available. Okay, so you can, once you take subscription in either Plus or Iconic, you can listen to your favorite teacher also. Okay, now let us see what will be the subscription cost. In case of subscriptions, you will be having 1 month subscription, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. Let's talk about 1 year subscription. In case of Unacademy Plus, per 1 year, the subscription cost is 25,000 original fee. But if you use my referral code GVK10, you will get 10% discount. So after discount, you will get subscription with just 22,500. This is very affordable fee for anyone. Just for 22,500, you are going to listen to extraordinary teachers across the country. Okay. In case of Unacademy Iconic, the actual fee is 45,000. If you use my referral code GVK10, you will get 10% discount. So the final fee structure will be 40,500. So I suggest all of you as early as possible. Okay. Right. And these are the various payment methods to take subscription either in Plus or Iconic. Remember, my dear students, this is my referral code GVK10. Right. Now let us come to our discussion. Vardhan, you are asking it's showing functions 2 yesterday. Then what about functions 1? It's already over. Functions 1 was already over. Okay. Anyhow, I recall for a few minutes. Don't worry. This was purely foundation course. So we can discuss very freely. You need not worry about this. Okay. So you need not worry about these points. In the last class, we had a talk about in the last recent 2 classes. Last Friday, Saturday. On Friday, we had talked about functions 1. On Saturday, functions 2. In both the classes, what we discussed, I will recall for just 5 minutes, not more than that. After that, I will discuss constant function, bijection, identity function, and where we are going to apply functions practically or solving any probability question in the most efficient manner. So after that, I will discuss a basic integral, so definite integration. Okay, right. So we had a discussion about Cartesian product of 2 sets, A cross B, and then we talked about relation. And after that, we have gone to functions. How many types of functions are there? 5 types basically. You can have many functions, but basic functions are 5. 1-1 function, onto function, bijection, constant function, identity function. 1-1 function is also called as injection. Onto function is also called as surjection. Let's see what is 1-1. Suppose I have a function f from a to b. I have a function f from a to b. So you know this notation. Here a will be called as domain and b will be called as codomain. Right. So when do you say that a function is 1-1? If different elements in A have different images. In that case, the function will be called as 1-1. Different elements should have different images in B. Let us take an example. Suppose I have 1, 2, 3 in the first set. So I am writing Venn diagram representation 1, 2, 3. These 3 elements ki 3 different images undali. So I should take minimum 3 elements in the second set. I can take minimum 3. So in this case, I am going to take 4 elements: alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So assume that the function name is f. This is second set B. Assume that 1 is in relation with alpha, 2 is in beta, 3 is with delta. Now therefore, this is an example of 1-1 function. So in case of 1-1 function, what's the thing is the number of elements in A is m, number of elements in B is n. The condition should be m less than or equal to n. Then only we can have a 1-1 function from A to B. Right. When do you say that a function is onto? I have a function f from A to B. We say that it is onto. This is about 1-1. So let me write 1-1. Now let us see onto. When do you say that function is onto? I have a function f from A to B. What is B? Codomain. If every element of B has at least one preimage in the set A, that will be called as onto. What does it mean is, in simple words, I am going to say, every element of B must participate in the function mapping at least once. So no element should be kept free in the second set. You look at the first example here, gamma is free. This is not, no element is engaged to gamma. It means that gamma has no preimage. And image so matadalanukondi. Here 1 is engaged to alpha, so I can write it as f of 1 equal to alpha, f of 2 equal to beta, so f of 3 equal to delta. So image of 1 is alpha, preimage of alpha is 1, like that. So మీకు onto function define చేయాలంటే, suppose A contains m number of elements, B contains m number of elements, then to form onto function, the condition should be m greater than or equal to n. Right. Now let us discuss third category of function, bijection. Very, very important this is. Once I complete 5 functions, I will tell you what type of questions are going to ask based on this in probability. What is exact meaning of mapping? I will discuss just for a few minutes, you can understand. Bijection. So when do you say that a function is bijection? It has to be 1, 1 and onto. So if it is both 1, 1 and onto, it is called a bijection. Now I am going to write this. A function f from a to b is said to be a bijection if f is first one 1, 1 and second one onto. So then only it will be called as bijection. Now this is the condition for 1, 1, m less than or equal to n. This is the condition for 1, 1. This is the condition for onto. So మీకు bijection కావాలంటే m less than or equal to n అవ్వాలి, m greater than or equal to n అవ్వాలి. It means that m should be equal to n. So now I am going to write this note. So if a comma b or if mod a equal to m, that means number of elements in a is m, number of elements in b is n, then m should be equal to n in order to define a bijection from a to b. In order to define a bijection from a to b. Right, let us take an example. A లో 3 elements తీసుకోండి. So B should contain exactly 3 elements, alpha, beta, gamma. ఒక్కొక్క ఎలిమెంట్ సెట్ చేయండి. This is both 1, 1 and onto. Now my question is to all of you, if both sets are having equal number of elements, number of bijection is possible. How many such bijections I can form? A and B are finite sets. Finite means countable number of elements. అంటే ప్రతి సెట్ లో మీరు ఎన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయో కౌంట్ చేసి చెప్పే స్టేజ్ లో ఉంటే, say for example A contains 14 elements. నేను కౌంట్ చేసి చెప్తాను 14 elements are there అని. 1 crore elements are there. I am in a position to count number of elements in a given set. Such sets are called as countable or finite sets. Okay, right. So A లో మీకు n elements ఉన్నాయి, n. B లో n elements ఉన్నాయి. How many bijections are possible from set A to set B? At A to set B. Try to answer. A and B are two sets having n elements respectively. A లో n elements ఉన్నాయి, B లో n elements ఉన్నాయి. How many bijections I can form from set A to set B? From set A to set B. Sandeep, what's your question? You were asking gate topics. Yes, this is going to help us in solving probability questions. After this, I am going to discuss definite integrals. Those concepts are very useful for integral calculus and even Fourier series concepts. Okay. I did not understand the question. Gate topics question mark. Are you expecting gate topics? So question should be very clear. Got it? 427 ECE. You are saying n. Both are having n number of elements. How many bijections are possible? N plus 1. No, it's not correct. N plus 1 is not correct. N plus 1 is not correct. Okay, simple clue I am giving you. What is the formula to get number of 1, 1 functions from a set of finite number of elements to a set of finite number of elements? Once you are in a position to answer for that question, this question will be very simple to you. రైట్. 1 ఫంక్షన్స్ ఫార్ములా ఏంటండి? నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ 1 ఫంక్షన్స్ ఈజ్ npm. గాట్ ఇట్. ఇక్కడ m వాల్యూ n వాల్యూ రెండు సేమ్ అండి. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ npn. It is n factorial divided by n minus n factorial. 0 factorial. 0 factorial is 1. సో మీకు ఎన్ని బైజెక్షన్స్ వస్తాయంటే మొత్తం n factorial బైజెక్షన్స్ వస్తాయి. మీకు డౌట్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, how it is going to be n factorial? Let us take one sample example in this case. See, this is my set A1, 2, 3, B alpha, beta, gamma. 1 is engaged to alpha, 2 is engaged to beta, 3 is engaged to gamma. Now it is one of the possible bijection from set A to set B. I will write the short form notation for this. Instead of having Venn diagrams, I can go like this: 1, 2, 3, image of 1 alpha, image of 2 beta, image of 3 gamma. This is short form notation. Is this clear? Now like this I can do like this. Another function I can have like this: alpha, beta, gamma. Next I can have alpha, gamma, beta. Image of 1 is alpha, image of 2 gamma, image of 3 beta. Next I can go like this: beta, alpha, gamma, beta, gamma, alpha, gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, beta, alpha. What these six denotes permutations among 3 symbols. Arrangements hai kada. Permutations among 3 symbols. ఎన్ని వస్తాయి? permutations 3 factorial వస్తాయి. So it means that if A and B are finite sets having n elements, is the total number of bijections is exactly n factorial. Now it is very clear to all of you, right? My dear students, the points are very clear, right? Now I am going to discuss the fourth category function, that is constant function. Very simple definition: a function f from A to B is said to be constant if f of x equal to k for all x belong to A. What is this A? This is a fixed element of B. Fixed element of B. అంటే ఏదో ఉన్న అన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ కి ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఇమేజ్ ఉండాలి. ఇన్ దట్ కేస్ ఐ కెన్ సే దట్ ఈస్ ఏ కాన్స్టెంట్ ఫంక్షన్. లుక్ ఎట్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఏలో మీరు 3 ఎలిమెంట్స్ తీసుకోండి. Bలో alpha, beta, gamma, delta, any number of elements. So suppose 1 is engaged to beta, 2 is engaged to beta, 3 is engaged to beta. This is A, this is B. The function name is f. So here f of x equal to beta for all x belong to A. So this is an example of a constant function. Very simple this is. Next, fifth one, last category of function, identity function. Once I finish this, I will go to definite integrals. Identity function. Identity function means the image of every element is itself. It means that if the domain set contains 1, 2, 3, say for example, the codomain set also should contain at least 1, 2, 3, so that I can have image of 1 as 1, I can set 2 to 2, I can have image of 3 as 3. So it means that suppose we have 2 sets. Let A comma B be any 2 sets such that A is subset of B and f from A to B be any function. We say that f is an identity function if f of x equal to x for all x belong to A. This is the symbol we use for all. Let's take an example. Suppose I am taking A equal to 1, 2, 3. Say for example B equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. A should be subset of B. Then only we can define an identity function. So here this is set A having 1, 2, 3. Set B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So image of 1 should be 1, image of 2 should be 2, image of 3 should be 3. So this is F. So this is an identity function. So simply I can denote it as identity function, just like identity matrix, something like that. Okay. Hope these points are clear. So వీటికి identity function name ఎందుకు వస్తుంది? Is there any reason? You know the meaning of identity matrix. When you multiply any identity matrix with any n cross n matrix, you will get back the same. The same thing happens. You apply circle operation, f circle I equal to I circle f equal to f for any function f. This is nothing but identity property. This is nothing but identity property. Right. I am closing functions within 3 minutes. Attention please. I am asking you one question. One question. I am not writing entire question. Please look at this. Suppose 3 apples are there. They are about to distribute 10 students. Now my question is, 3 apples are about to distribute among 10 students. What is the probability that 3 different students have got 3 different apples? The point is clear. అంటే ఏవైతే డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నామో దాన్ని డొమైన్ సెట్ లో తీసుకోవాలి. ఎవరికైతే డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నామో వాళ్ళని రైట్ లో తీసుకోవాలి. సో డొమైన్ లో 3 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, కోడొమైన్ లో 10 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సో 3 less than or equal to 10. So the number of 1 functions is 10p3. Total formula, the required probability is this. Total number of distributions and stay 10q. So the probability is 10p3 divided by 10q. Is my point clear, students? Is the point clear? Understand? చూసారా ఎంత సింపుల్ అండి. ఇదే క్వశ్చన్స్ డైరెక్ట్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్ లో ఇలా అడగవచ్చు. గివెన్ దట్ A, B are 2 sets having 3, 10 elements respectively. Given that A, B are 2 sets having 3, 10 elements respectively, and capital F be a set of all possible functions from A to B. Capital F is set of all possible functions from A to B. If a function is randomly selected from capital F, what is the chance or probability that the selected function is 1, 1? Did you understand my question? A, B are 2 sets. Here I am writing A, B are 2 sets. A contains 3 elements, B contains 10 elements. A, B are 2 sets having 3, 10 elements respectively. Capital F denotes a set of all possible functions from A to B. Any functions ఉంటాయండి 10q ఉంటాయి. If one function is randomly selected from capital F, what is the probability that the selected function is 1, 1? అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి తెలుసా? టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ లో ఎన్ని 1 ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ద ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ దిస్. ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ చాలా క్లారిటీగా ఉంది. ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ ని డిఫరెంట్ గా అడగవచ్చు. 3 apples are distributed. 3 apples are distributed among 10 different students. What is the probability that 3 apples are distributed to 3 different people? 3 apples are distributed to 3 different students. Got the point? అలా ఏంటి సార్ అలాగే ఇస్తారు కదా అని అంటే ఏముందండి, సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ లైక్ స్టూడెంట్ నెంబర్ 1, ఐ మే డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ ఆల్ ద 3 apples టు 1 స్టూడెంట్ ఓన్లీ. అంటే 3 apples ఒకే పర్సన్కి ఇస్తున్నాను, ఒకే స్టూడెంట్కి ఇస్తున్నాను. అంటే ఇమేజ్ ఆఫ్ యాపిల్ 1, ఇమేజ్ ఆఫ్ యాపిల్ 2, ఇమేజ్ ఆఫ్ యాపిల్ 3 is స్టూడెంట్ 1. హౌ ఇట్ బికమ్స్ 1-1 ఫంక్షన్? It's a distribution, it's a proper distribution, but that is not 1-1 distribution. Okay, question లో చాలా క్లారిటీ ఉంది. 3 apples are distributed among 10 students in a class. What is the probability that 3 apples are distributed to 3 different students? So the answer is again 10p3 divided by 10q. చూసారా ఫంక్షన్స్ ని డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్స్ ఎలా కంపేర్ చేయొచ్చు? సో ఈచ్ ఫంక్షన్ can be treated as simply a distribution. I am going to write this. So here distribution is nothing but a function. అంటే స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎక్కడ కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతారంటే డొమైన్ సెట్స్ లో కోడొమైన్ సెట్స్ లో కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతారు. సో డొమైన్ కోడొమైన్ ని రివర్స్ చేస్తే హోల్ మీనింగ్ విల్ బి చేంజ్. సో బీ కాషస్. ఏవైతే డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నారో అవి డొమైన్ లో తీసుకోండి. ఎవరికైతే డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తున్నారో దే షుడ్ బి రిటన్ ఇన్ ద కోడొమైన్ సెట్. సో హియర్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏ ఫంక్షన్. Hope this point is clear. Is this point clear? Is it clear? Shall I repeat once? Here you can see one probability. The answer is in terms of ratio 10p3 divided by 10q. So it's a probability. Probability is purely a ratio. Number of favorable cases divided by total number of possibilities. Now that is the answer for different questions. One question, if that question is willing to give to CS people, computer science people, they may ask like this. Given that A comma B are two finite sets having 3 comma 10 elements respectively, and capital F denotes set of all possible functions from A to B. If a function is randomly selected from capital F, what is the probability that the selected function is 1-1? అంటే దాని అర్థం ఏంటి? Total number of 1-1 functions total number of 1-1 functions divided by total number of possible functions from A to B. According to the formula NPM, that gives total number of 1-1 functions. Total number of functions is n power m. So this is a 10p3 by 10q. ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ నాన్ కంప్యూటర్ సైన్స్ పీపుల్ అడిగితే ఎలా ఉంటుంది? The question will be like this. 3 apples are distributed to 10 students in a class. What is the chance that 3 apples are distributed to 3 different students? అంటే 3 apples కి 3 different images ఉండాలి. అంటే 1-1 functions ఏగా. So 10p3 by 10q. I think the point is clear, right? Hope functions concept is over. Now I will go to definite integrals. Right. Let's see what is the general structure of definite integral. What is its geometrical representation? Suppose we have a function f of x. Assume that it is continuous in closed interval a comma b. What do you mean by continuous in closed interval a comma b? When you draw the graph of f of x, the graph should not have any discontinuity point. Then only we can talk about definite integral. Even when you go to advanced level, even if a function has a limited number of discontinuous points in closed interval a comma b, still we can talk about definite integrals. Okay, so I am going to discuss different integrals in 3 days, so you don't worry. So this is basic class. Okay, so where we are going to use different integrals, one of the major application of different integral is in finding the area between two curves. Okay, even they are going to help us in case of Fourier series of signals. Okay, Fourier series of even function, odd function, Fourier series of continuous signals. So therefore, definitely integrals are more powerful. Let's see. Suppose if f of x is continuous in closed interval a comma b, then I can talk about integral a to b f of x dx. If you calculate this, you will get some number k. What this k denotes? This k denotes area bounded by f of x between the lines x equal to a and x equal to b. Let's take an example. Suppose I have an example like this. Now this is the graph of y equal to x square. Okay, x square. So this is a parabola. Now this line represents this vertical line represents, say for example 1, and this vertical line represents 2. Now between these boundaries the curve is continuous, it has no breaks at all. Now look at this shaded region. Now this value is going to be integral 1 to 2 x square dx. So when you calculate this value integral 1 to 2 x square dx, you have a predefined formula. So you will get x cube by 3, limits are from 1 to 2. So apply upper limit as well as lower limit. So the constant becomes 7 by 3. So this area is nothing but 7 by 3 square units. Since it is a simple function, basic function, you can do like this. But can you practically evaluate area without knowing integrals? Can you measure area of a curve between two straight line boundaries without knowing integrals? No, you cannot. You may do, but in case of small functions. But when you have very complicated functions where the curve is not, the curve has many fluctuations, ups and downs. So in that case, finding area may not be so simple without doing integrals. So therefore, what is the basic concept of integral? It gives area bounded by the curve f of x between the lines x equal to a and x equal to b. Is the point clear? That point is very clear. Right. Now we will go to the properties of some definite integrals. Right. Let's have 4 important formulae. Suppose we have integral a to b f of x dx. Now I would like to change limits of this function. So therefore you will get minus symbol extra. This is minus integral b to a f of x dx. Look at property number 2. Integral a to b f of x dx. Suppose if I feel that length of interval is complicated, నేను 2 నుంచి 10 వరకు క్యాల్కులేట్ చేయాలి. ఇంటిగ్రల్ 2 to 10 f of x dx. If I maintain unit length, if my calculation becomes so simple, then I can go integration from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and so on 9 to 10. I can have a split. So I can do like this. So this I can write it as integral a to c f of x dx from plus integral c to b f of x dx, where a is less than C less than B. C is in between A and B. Now property number 3. Suppose integral 0 to A f of x dx. This is very important for any competitive examination. Very important. Integral 0 to A f of x dx. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is A. So I am not changing limits, but I am going to do small changes in function. So this is f of A minus x dx. Generally, when you look at 3, this is right side integral, this is left side integral. Common sense, if you think in terms of common man, which integral is simple? Second integral is simple. I mean, first integral is simple, integral 0 to A f of x. Then why you are replacing x by minus x? So right side integral is complicated when compared to leftmost. But in some occasions, if you want to get the answer in the simplest manner, I can replace x by a minus x, x by a minus x. My job becomes very simple. So integral 0 to a f of x dx is integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. Next, fourth one. Suppose I have an integration from minus a to plus a. So negative x-axis to positive x-axis, minus a to plus a. In that case, I will look at even and odd properties of this integral. So when I am trying to integrate this function in the closed interval minus a to plus a, I will try to see even and odd properties of this. So I will have two chances. One is 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even. What is the meaning of even function? When you replace x by minus x, there will be no change in the function. So f of minus x equal to f of plus x, that is even function. Suppose if it is odd function, the answer becomes 0. So this is f of 0 if f of x is odd. The meaning of odd is when you replace x by minus x, you should get minus f of x. That is the meaning of odd function. This is most important formula in handling many questions in competitive examinations, even third one also. So let me write one more formula and then we will go solving some general questions. Suppose I have integral a to b k1 into f of x plus or minus k2 into g of x dx. We know that constants do not affect integral or derivative value. So constants can be written before integrals. k1 times integral a to b f of x dx. If it is plus, you write plus. If it is minus, write minus. k2 into integral a to b g of x dx for all constants k1 comma k2. This property is called linear property. This is called a linear property. Students, are you following? Students, are you following? Right. Let us discuss some general problems. Let's talk about question number 1. Suppose I have an integral like this. Integral 0 to infinity 1 divided by 1 plus x square dx. Integral 0 to infinity 1 by 1 plus x square dx. Let's start with very simple problem. So the integral of this one is tan inverse x. Apply the limits from 0 to infinity. Tan inverse infinity pi by 2. Tan inverse 0, 0. So this is pi by 2. Can you believe This question was asked more than 50 times, 15 times in GATE examination. Suppose I have next question. I have integral minus 2 to plus 2 sine 2x divided by 1 plus cos 2x dx. Can anybody guess the answer for integral 2? Integral minus 2 to plus 2 sine 2x by 1 plus cos 2x. Integral minus 2 to plus 2 sine 2x divided by 1 plus cos 2x. Here we are integrating this function in the range closed interval minus 2 to plus 2. So when you are integrating any function between minus a to plus a, immediately go through its even properties or odd properties. Okay. So I can take this function as f of x. This is f of x. So here my f of x is sine 2x divided by 1 plus cos 2x. I can call this integral as I. So replace x by minus x. Sine of minus x is minus sine x. So it is minus sine 2x by cos of minus x is plus. So it becomes 1 plus cos 2x only. So this is minus f of x. It means that the function f of x is odd. So when you are integrating an odd function between minus a to plus a, the result becomes 0. The result becomes 0. Okay. Even this was given once in ISRO. Okay. Once or twice in GATE examination. GATE examination lo mee questions moderate questions ఉంటాయి, simple questions ఉంటాయి, top level questions ఉంటాయి. But ఇంత silly questions ఇస్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే anybody can handle this. Okay. సో ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అన్ని డిస్కస్ చేయడానికి బేసిక్ రీజన్ ఏంటంటే దీస్ ఆర్ వెరీ వెరీ యూస్ఫుల్ టు హ్యాండిల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఆన్ ఫోరియర్ సిరీస్, problems on beta, gamma functions, problems on line integrals like this. So that's why we have chosen definite integrals. I'm going to discuss definite integrals in 3 different days. Even whenever I get chance, I can take one more day also. Okay. Integrals parts are very very important. Let us take third one. Suppose I want to find integral 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. Let's take this integral as I. So I am going to write I as this is not a linear function. Linear function means degree should be 1. If it is integral cos x, you will get the answer very easily. But cos square x. So I must write in terms of linear function, either sine or cos. So this is 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2 dx. Now this is 1 by 2 into integral 1 dx is x. Integral cos 2x is sine 2x divided by 2. Limits are from 0 to pi by 2. So apply these, you will get, when you apply upper limit, you will get pi by 2 plus sine pi is 0 minus 0 plus 0. So therefore the value becomes pi by 4. Even this is also one of the previous year GATE question. Okay. So tomorrow, after completion of few problems, after application of integral 0 to a f of x dx equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx, you will get some beautiful problems. After that, I will discuss beta and gamma functions. Very 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 important. Beta and gamma functions, very very important for electronics and electrical people. And after that, on third day, I will try to discuss area between two curves using definite integrals. That is the most important. But tomorrow's class is very very useful, even day after tomorrow's also. Okay. This is basics class. Today's class is basic. Based on this, tomorrow we are going to discuss big gamma and beta functions. Very important for electronics and electrical students. On day 3, we will discuss how to find area between two curves using integration. Okay, that is also very important. Okay, wait for a few minutes. This is official Creatrix channel where you can find more than 10,000 members. This is our Telegram channel where you can get PDFs of our lectures, our notes, and links of our live classes. These are India's #1 studies channels running by Unacademy, one of the best online platform in India for all competitive examinations. Right. Thank you guys. Thank you for bearing me since last 45 minutes. Okay. So we will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Good night.